if you don't know where to begin, better ask when.
Shane, good to see you. A really important topic today. 5 financial blind spots that can burden a grieving spouse. The loss of a spouse is overwhelming, and for many survivors, it also brings unexpected financial surprises. So let's talk through 5 common blind spots. First, we have surprise debt. Many surviving spouses are caught off guard by debts they didn't even know existed. So how can couples avoid that surprise?
Well, it's all about communication and making sure that each spouse is fully engaged in the process of managing the retirement and the finances, and making sure each spouse truly knows what's going on inside of their household financially so that nothing gets missed. Everyone's in communication, everyone's on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Next, being locked out of accounts. It's not uncommon for a surviving spouse to face delays accessing money when accounts are frozen or tied up in probate. How can those delays be avoided?
Well, it's like if an account is held singly by a person out there and that person passes away, the surviving spouse might not have authorization with that custodian to access the account. It might create some additional delays in verification and the like. So the best way to avoid that is make sure each other are listed as authorized contacts or authorized parties on the accounts, or even just have joint accounts in general as much as you can. Not always possible for IRAs and like, but make sure that you're listed on there at least as a authorized party.
Mm-hmm. Next, invisible credit records. Some widows discover they have little or no credit history in their own name. So what steps can couples take to ensure they both have established credit?
Well, again, make sure that it's a joint operation. Make sure that you're listed together on things like the mortgage or car payments or credit cards, that you're having joint ownership or joint connection to those things so that each person is tied to that and the credit history carries on to both names.
Next, we have the reality of a new budget. When one spouse handles all the finances, the true cost of daily life can be eye-opening.
Yeah, this could be troubling because a lot of times the surviving spouses think, okay, well, one of us is gone. Now my expenses, my budget should drop quite a bit. And what they find is that the drop's actually usually pretty minimal.
Right.
Pretty minimal. And so you want to make sure you have a plan, a budget in place to manage that, and make sure the income maintains that you need it to, or where you need it to in order to maintain your lifestyle.
Right. And that becomes increasingly important as we get to the 5th surprise, which is higher tax brackets after loss. This is also known as the widow's tax. Why is that?
This is such a little trap that I find frustrating, but it's just the way the tax code is written. So let's say you lost a spouse and your budget stays roughly the same. That means you're going to need roughly the same amount of income to maintain your household and your lifestyle. But when you switch from married, filing jointly over to single and your income stays the same, your tax bracket actually bumps up. So let's say that you were in the 24 married filing jointly, you might find yourself in the 32 as a single, even though your income didn't actually really change a whole lot.
Right. Yeah, that's such an unfair tax is how that one feels. Well, Shane, if somebody would like to talk to you to make sure that their spouse, their family is taken care of, no matter what happens, what's the best way to reach you with questions?
The best way to reach us is online or via phone. Our website is winstonandcompanies.com. You can request a visit on there or call us here at the office, 602-456-1928.
Great. Shane, thank you.
Thanks, Erin.
Got a plan for your retirement, 'cause you know it's just down the road. But if you don't know where to begin, better ask when.